Okay, this is how I would create a test from scratch when you're using two different um, Kuta software programs. So pre-algebra and algebra. Usually you're going to be testing eighth graders, but maybe there's some pre-algebra topics. So this is what I do. I open up the pre-algebra first, and I open. And what I do is, so in this case, I'm going to go to first semester, week 1, and I'm going to select what we did in week 1 and see all these assignments over here. 32. Well, there's only 8 different types. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the scale button, and I'm going to scale that to 8 problems. You can always make more on the test if you needed, but we just want to get one of each type. Okay, so now I'm going to save this as I'm gonna do a fake. I'm gonna put fake just so I don't mix it up with other stuff we've done it. Unit 1 exam. I'm even gonna put version 1. And I'm going to type pre-algebra so I know it's easy to find. Okay, so now I'm going to, the unit test that you're going to do is in week 4. I'm going to go to week 4, and I'm going to save those problems there. All right, now, and up here, I can just leave that blank or something. Or if you want to put unit 1, the pre-algebra problems, that's fine. Now, I'm going to hit save, and now I'm going to save again. And now I'm going to say this will be the version 2 part of the pre-algebra part of the unit 1 exam. All right, and now I'm going to hit the infinity button. And now I've just changed all those problems. I'm going to hit save. And now I'm going to close pre-algebra. Let me open algebra 1 first before I do that. I think that is this right here. I'm going to, sorry about this. I'm just going to open up a blank. I'm going to create a blank document. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to actually save this as, I'm going to go to 8th grade, semester 1, week 4. See, I've already created the unit exam, so I'm going to say fake. Unit 1 exam, version 1. And now I'm going to not only merge, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to merge. So notice none of the pre-algebra stuff shows up. So I have to, the bottom right, I have to select pre-algebra from the menu. And now look at, here's fake version 1. So now those problems are right there. And if you want them at the end of the test, merge that assignment last. Now, we're still in Algebra 1, so I'm going to merge. And I'm going to go to week 2. And I'm going to merge. Now look at, there's a bunch of problems. We now have 38 total problems, but there's only 18 in the set. So I'm going to go up here to scale, and I'm going to scale it to 18. And when I scale it like that, it changes it from the other. Okay, so that was week 2. I'm going to go up here to merge again. I'm going to merge week 3. And you may not want to, week 4 might be review stuff. So if you only think you have to merge the first few weeks, that's fine. And then notice there's 52 total, but 29 individual. So I'm going to scale again to 29. Just like that. Okay. And then if you want to merge with the one from week 4 Monday, then go ahead and do that. So then you've got 4 weeks worth of material. So here's week 4, week, and a total of 40. I'm going to scale it to 40. Now, some of these are duplicate, and what I should have said when I merged, so let me do this again. Let me merge, and let me see if the question pops up. It does not. Oh, interesting. For you, it might pop up. Do you want like problems grouped together, or do you want to keep them separate? I usually tack them on at the end, and then I go through. Here, we can make this wider. I go through and say, oh, well, I've got the absolute value ones that I want. You can either delete here, because you're not going to have 40 questions on your exam. So then when you look at so I'm going to save this now. And once I get this pared down to what I want it pared down to, so let me go ahead and do that real quick. Here, I'm going to put this on pause and I'm going to pare it down. Okay, I've got it pared down to that just one of each type, because there were some duplicates, because you're practicing over the 4 weeks as you're getting ready for a unit exam. Now, you may not want to be asking 18 questions. That's a lot if you're having them show all their work. So, but once you know that you have all that you've practiced, then you go through and say, okay, which one of these do I really want to assess? So multiple step problem solving where they show properties. I mean, you might have them do one of those or 2 of those, one that has just addition, one that has just multiplication or division. Or you could choose one that has both. And that takes care of the addition and the multiplication. So anyway, you just have to decide, and I would pare it down to the number that you think kids can answer in 50 minutes or whatever the time frame is, showing all of their work and checking their answers. For younger grades, I usually go with at most 10, depending on how much work there is to show, sometimes 8, but typically 10, sometimes 12. Anyway, so then you're going to save this one. Okay, now this was the fake unit 1. So I'm just going to say fake 1. Now I'm going to save this as fake 2. Because now all this pre-algebra stuff, I'm going to delete. So every one of these pre-algebra over here, I'm just clicking each one of those that say pre-algebra. Boom. Because now I have to go up here and merge the second fake pre-algebra ones. So version 2. Now if you want, see how when you merge them, they show up at the bottom? Well, what's nice about that is now you've got 2 tests that look different. One that starts with the pre-algebra at the top of the first page and one that doesn't. So you don't really have to move. That way your different rows have different test questions. Kids can't really copy off of each other. Okay, now the reason we did this in this order is because remember, I already changed all of the pre-algebra stuff. I now have to hit the infinity button up here to change now the unit 2 algebra 1 pieces change, and we've already changed the pre-algebra. So now this test can be, this is the fake 2 test, and you're done. And then if you wanted to create practice problems, so now I'm going to show you how to do practice problems. So save as. We're going to do, this is again fake. Let's say the review, Unit 1 review. Well, the pre-algebra is not going to change, but let's say I want them, and let's say you've scaled it down more. I've left 18 here. You'll go through. Before you do this, these things, I'll start over. Before I saved the second exam, you would have already gone through and deleted the questions that you didn't want, and then you save it as Unit 2. Okay, when we're doing the review problems, you might want to write that up first and leave the different types so that they're getting practice on a variety, or if you want them only practicing the ones you're going to assess for, I guess you could do that. So now we're changing this to be called fake review, but I want there to be 2 of each type. But the problem is 8 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means 10 of these are the only ones I can scale. So I'm going to scale, I'm going to add 10 more to that, and I'm going to scale to 28. And I think that's going to show that it will add, it changed that to 2 of each type of all the other type. And then what I have to do at the bottom is go through and delete all of these. We're going to go back to the Algebra 1 8 problems. And now I'm going to say save as fake review. Also week 4. I'm going to put up here fake review. And now I'm going to scale this. This was 8. I'm going to scale this to 16. And now we are ready. I'm going to go back to the, let's see, to figure out which, yep, right here. Now I'm going to merge the fake review pre-algebra stuff. So I come back down here, pre-algebra, fake review. And now they put it down at the bottom, but now you've got 36 questions to walk through with your kids. You could do the odds one day, evens the next, or you could do odds together as a class and then have the kids do the evens on their own time to get that extra practice in or for more points. And boom, and you could even let them use that as a note sheet. So however you want to do it from here, but that gives you a guideline how you can use the merge technology and the infinity buttons to create exams with similar problems. To make the reason that I do it this way, I want to make sure that I'm not adding problems that we haven't covered yet. So that's why I do it this way. All right, that's it.